Now that I've explained to you what a log line is in a previous video, so if you haven't seen that, go back and look at it for your film one-page sheet. And literally it's a one-pager, log line and synopsis. So since we've covered the log line, we're going to go ahead and talk about what you need as a synopsis for your one-pager for your film. When you go in to pitch your movie to anyone, producer, production company, whatever it may be, you're going to need this one-pager. People don't have a lot of time. You have to draw them in immediately. So even before having a pitch deck that may be 10 to 12 pages long, a whole presentation, sometimes they're going to ask you for a one-pager so they know exactly what your movie is about and you want to deliver it and you want it to be good. So your synopsis, let's talk about it. A film synopsis, also known as a one-pager, is a one-page document that summarizes a film's main plot points, characters, and storyline. It's a selling tool used by screenwriters to convince the film industry to read your full screenplay. When you write this synopsis, you're going to first, again, your log line is going to be at the top, and then you're going to go right into your synopsis underneath. So what I do typically is label it log line, write that 1 to 2 sentence max summary, and then I leave a space and then I label my synopsis and I dive right into it. Now you're going to want to include the basics. You're going to want to include your title and the genre, of course. Have all that information at the top when you're telling your first sentence of your log line. Then you're going to always identify your main character. We want to know, who is this movie about? Or if you have two main characters, maybe your female main character, male main character, or your male main character and it's a brother, whomever it's about, you want to give your main characters, mention them immediately. Tell me, what are their flaws? Who are they? Why are they essential to this movie? Explain your plot. There is nothing worse than trying to read a one-pager and you still at the end of reading it don't know what the movie is about. You need to tell us what is the main plot. If your character is going through different types of tests and trials, you need to tell us that. You need to tell us that this is a movie where Bob goes through the test and trial of trying to find his long lost family, and on the way to Canada, he experiences a breakdown on the side of the road and meets, his long lost brother. I don't know. Whatever your movie is, give us the plot. Make us feel like, oh, wow, this is interesting. We want to see this. Let us keep reading. And that's the goal of your one-pager. When you're writing your synopsis, you want to give us not everything, but just enough to draw us in as a producer to want to read the full screenplay. Identify your genre and tone. What kind of film is it? Are we a drama? Are we a comedy? What is it? Are we a dramedy? What kind of, is it a satire? Give us the tone of the film, because there's nothing worse if I'm reading and I'm thinking, oh, this is a romance. But it's not. It's really a comedy. Let us know ahead of time so we can know what we're in for. When we want to read, because that's the goal, is we want to read the full screenplay. We want to get to that point of asking you as the screenwriter to read your full work. Let us know up front, what are we in for? Because some people, if it's personally, I don't read or write any horror. That's just a genre that I don't partake in. It's a huge genre. It's a lot of horror. There are a lot of horror fans out there, but I particularly don't do it. So if, for instance, it's a horror movie, I'm going to know, you know what, I'm going to have my colleague read this one because I don't do any horror or I don't produce any horror. So give that information up front in your synopsis so that person knows what they're in for. When you're writing your synopsis, keep it concise, clear, cut, concise. You're not writing more than one page. Do not carry over to 2 pages. If that happens, they're not going to read it. When they ask for a one-pager, they literally want that one page. I'm going to reiterate and I'm going to keep saying it. They want your log line at the top of that page, and then they want your synopsis right after. You get that one page. That's all you get. No more real estate to be had. For your one pager, keep it clear, keep it concise, get through it, give them what they want to read so that they will ask you or call you or email you that they are intrigued and their interest is piqued and they want to see more, they want to read more. And that's always the goal. You have got to make your one page stand out from all the other 200 one pages that they may have gotten that week. So you want to definitely write it to the point, be clear about it, have your plot, have your title, your genre, have all that information in there so that you can get that call back. Last but not least, the biggest thing, if I can advise anything, have that opening, y'all, be as strong as possible. If you have an awesome opening, 9 times out of 10, they're going to read that one page and they're going to want to read your full screenplay. That's how you get recognized. That opening, if it starts off kind of boring, even in a synopsis, you're not going to get that call back. They're not going to ask you for more. Do something, I don't want to say outlandish, but put your work out there, put yourself out there and reel us in. I mean, hook, line, and sinker. When I read something, I want to be like, what? What did this say? I want to read more. Give me the screenplay. Let's do it. Let's look at it. If you can do that, find a way, because I know you can. I know we are all creatives, and I have faith that you can do this. You can create an amazing one pager. I know you can. It's simple. One sentence at a time. So there you have it. If you haven't, like I said, learned what a log line is, please go back and watch my other video about a log line. And then now you know how to write your synopsis. You're going to put those two together, your log line first, 1 to 2 sentence max summary. And then you're going to put that synopsis right under it. And you are done with your one pager. So hold on to that, because then when you have that one pager, you're still going to need to use that in your pitch deck as well, which will be undoubtedly another video because that is entailed. So we aren't going to cover that today. But until then, happy writing. Please enjoy and have fun with your writing. Don't think of it as a chore or as work. Be as creative as possible. Allow your writing to bring you joy, because it brings me a ton of joy, okay? So go ahead, enjoy your day, but whatever you do, don't forget to let the day enjoy you on purpose. I will see you next time. Be sure to like and subscribe, guys. See you soon.